Hello and welcome to the Hale podcast. I am so excited to have you here. Tonight, we are talking about relaxing and releasing. So much can come up on us from day to day, and we want to talk to you about relax and releasing. And I am going to start off tonight by adding some common sources and triggers of stress. Work and demands, workplace demands, high, heavy loads, workloads, deadlines, all of those things can drive stress at work, home. There's so much that happens. So we want to deal with the 3 R's of mindfulness: recognize, release, and return, so we can help reduce some of that stress so we can relax and release. I said recently that years ago, I was not relaxing properly. So years ago, I mentioned that I had did a show where I was the lead. I did all the producing. And I got out of the car in Manhattan, left my cousins with the car to park it, and I ran into the building. And when I got to the dressing room, there was a packed house, sold out. I was the main character, managed to get in the dressing room, and there was more stress. And I said, please stop talking to me. It was at that moment that I realized I had taken on too much stress. And at that point, I had about 15 minutes to get on stage and be the main character. So I had to recognize that it was too much. The first thing that what has helped me and can help you is to recognize it's too much. A manager has more pressure than an average worker. And so it can be hard sometimes to release the day to day stress. It can be hard sometimes to take the pressure off. And so we want to talk about some ways that you can reduce that stress and relax more. The physiological effects of stress. Now, one of the main things that hurt when we don't relax is that we can create things like hypertension, headaches. I don't know if any of you've had headaches often. Chronic stress can increase your risk for cardiovascular disease. I can't tell you how many people I talk to on a regular basis who have different conditions, heart conditions, disease, and other physical health complications because they don't relax. Interrelated impacts, for example, physical and physiological effects often interact, compounding health risks and complicating recovery. Physiological effects manifest as anxiety, depression, and cognitive impairment. We have to be very careful. I thank you so much for joining us. I tell you, if you're from 50 to 65, older or younger, I want you to come in the room. Hale Show, Transformational Speaks, Life Changes equals Life Transformation. There has been so much to be said about stress and not relaxing. I want you to just start breathing more. Because there's so much that come at us on a day-to-day basis that we have to release. And when we don't release things, then that's how stress creep up on us. This is how one thing gets compounded and become overwhelmed. The next thing we want to deal with is releasing it. I talk to a lot of people who've gone through a lot of things as a transformational life coach. And one of the things I always say, and this goes for me too, is that you have to release things that have happened to you in your past and grow from it. Don't look at it as I'm alone. Don't look at it as I'm the worst person in the world, because the word says all have sinned and come short of his glory. And in a general sense, everybody has made a mistake. So when you hold on to things and don't release them, you can also make yourself sick, and it can also stop you from relaxing. Life is challenging. Sometimes it takes time for us to release things depending on what it is. Sometimes we need to recognize our need for therapy. And I don't know about you, but a lot of times, particularly in certain communities, therapy used to be frowned upon. But nowadays, stress, the extra workload, it takes two incomes to support a family. So it can be very difficult to relax and release things. And we all need these things, y'all. We all need to relax and let go of something. I don't know about you, but if you're out there today, if you're holding on to something that hurt you, I'm challenging you today to release it, because that thing came to teach you something. Whatever it is, it came to make you a better person. So don't hold on to it, because stress, anxiety cause more sickness. And there's more pill popping in this season, in this generation, than previous generations, because they cope with things a little better. I want you to stay tuned. We have more relax, release, and return to yourself. This approach allows you to become aware of your thoughts, aware of what are your triggers, what things are stopping you from relaxing and releasing the things that causes calamity, unclarity, things of that nature that blocks you from getting to your next level. We're going to talk about what are some things. Another good thing to do is 30 minutes of exercise. Aerobics 5 times weekly reduces stress and improves your heart health. Um, a lot of health experts will tell you about exercise, which is really good for you. And I do exercise, and it helps me with my stress. Don't touch that dial. We're going to be back with more this Black History Month. I want you to partner with me and consider donating to HBCUs. Some of you will get this wonderful cup. Pray often. It has some very nice scriptures. And I want you to come back with me as we continue this conversation, relax and release. But I want you to watch this very important commercial for this month, Black History Month, as we support the next generation of leaders. We'll be back in a moment with more.
What does it take to be a change maker? Confidence, opportunity, and the right support. The Black Student Leadership Summit is more than an event. It's a movement designed to uplift Black students at historically Black colleges and universities. Through inspiring speakers, interactive sessions, and leadership resources, we help students amplify their voices, embrace their potential, and create lasting change in their communities. But to make this possible, we need your support. Your donation grants access to transformative mentorship, educational resources, and while raising funds for HBCU students, every contribution, big or small, helps develop the next generation of Black leaders, equipping them with the tools to thrive. When you give, you're not just supporting students, you're strengthening entire communities and shaping the future. Click the link below to donate today. Join us. Inspire change. Build a lasting legacy.
Welcome back to the Pearl Hale Show. If you're from 50 to 65, older or younger, I want you to come in the room. It's going down, y'all. We are here on Transformational Speaks to transform, relax, and release. And sometimes with this busy world, we forget about the 3 R's in mindfulness, which is recognize, release, and return. A lot of times we have to recognize when there's too much negativity around us, that it's a signal that we have to stop and relax. It's a signal that we have to stop and regroup. It's a sign that we have to look at things a little differently. And in this season, we want you to recognize, release, and return to your full self. And we got some tips for you tonight. And thank you all for joining us. If you're on YouTube, I want you to click and subscribe. We got some great shows coming up for y'all in this new year. We're happy to be with you in 2026. 2026. And we are glad, we're super hyped, super stoked to bring you these shows to help you go to your next level, to help you get to the next place, to help you become the best version of yourself. Also, some things that may help you relax. I don't know about you, y'all, but I love music. I love going to different performances and concerts. These things can help you to release stress and reduce stress. You know, a lot of times when you just stay home and be in the same mundane settings, it is going to be very hard for you to reduce stress. But if you do art, music, and something creative, some of y'all might like to paint. Some people like relaxing, going out to social events. All of those things, craft, creative activities, help you relax and reduce stress. These things are important for you to understand as you go on your journey to your next. What is the next thing that God is saying to you? What's the next thing that you need to do to help you out? And emotions, let go of the negativity that's in your life. Anything is around you, something is trying to tug at your self esteem. Anybody negative around you, you feel is not pulling you up, but pulling you down. Those things will not help you to relax and release. Those are things that you need to let go of. And when you let go of certain things, you can see things from a better view. You can see things, you can see clearly when you have a routine. You know, the word says, write the vision and make it plain, Habakkuk 2:2. You can relax more when you have a system. A system. How am I going to go about my day? What am I going to take on? What am I not going to take on? How am I going to get me together so I can be more equipped to help others? And social connections help us. Social network strengthens us. I don't know about you, but you don't want to be isolated. You want to have a social connection where you're connecting with people, and that helps also to reduce your stress and help you to relax. When you're in a community of people that strengthens you, and also opportunities, volunteerism, being in community. Being in community is very important because it stops you from being isolated. Support groups. Sometimes we need to be in support groups. If you've had issues in the past, you might have been a recovering alcoholic, or recovering drug addict, or recovering smoker, or just recovering from stress related things. When you join support groups, you find out you're not alone. You have opportunities to connect with other people who've had similar things, to relate to you, to help you. Some threats is it's very important that you don't isolate yourself. When you are stressed out and not relaxing, do not isolate yourself. You want to definitely be around people who can help you. You want to talk to a therapist. You want to talk to someone that you can trust to be yourself and let go. Let go, release. So that's why it's so important in relaxing is to have people around you who are your confidence circle, where you can be yourself, where you can share things with them and know that it's not going to go anywhere. Everybody needs a confidence circle, and this circle will help you to relax. Sometimes when you're in the public eye, when you're a manager, when you're a supervisor, when you're a minister, when you're a teacher, when you're whatever you are that influences people, all eyes are on you. So you need to find more ways to relax and more ways to let go and release, and have people you can be yourself with, laugh with, talk with, and have that human touch with. So you too can relax. I was mind blown years ago when I was told that on Mondays, people have heart attacks from so much stress. Monday is the day that a lot of people have heart attacks um, because of stress. And I don't know about you, but I grew up in a fast city, New York City. And I tell you, the spirit of movement, always moving around, not relaxing, going from one appointment to the next, it can take a toll on your body. And so, in this season, because what you have to do is so important, you want to relax and you want to return to your full self. And so, we're going to go to the next slide. It's very important why sleep quality matters. Now, high quality sleep supports emotional regulation, attention, and memory. Poor sleep hygiene increases stress, sensitivity, impairs cognitive performance, making daily demands feel harder and recovery slower. Now, I'm going to stop right there. I can certainly relate to that. Again, when I had my uh, issue where I wasn't relaxing, I was stressed out, I was not getting any sleep. As I said, I was on the phone with my director 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, doing this and doing that. I was stressed out and didn't get any sleep. And it contributed to me being more irritable and impatient. And so those are things that I have to watch. So now I've learned to get more sleep, take a step back, find ways to relax. I love the theater. I love music. I like to hang out with my homies, as they say, my confidence circle of good people, good friends, good conversation. And I'm grateful, and I've learned to recognize so I can relax the good people who've God assigned in my life, the good people at the time who helped me, Miss Bragg, uh, Mr. Tyreek, all those people who, my cousins, Roosevelt and Marcus, I had a slew of people, Mr. Fisher, all those people, Dr. Douglas, who helped produce my productions numerous times. So I had to learn to lean on your support system so you can relax more, so you can do more, so that you're not stressed out and that you can find more time to relax. And so, again, sleep, core sleep hygiene practices. Keep a consistent sleep wake schedule. Limit screens and bright light 60 to 90 minutes before bed, and create a cool, dark, quiet environment. Reserve the bed for sleep to strengthen the sleep association. Now, it's very interesting because I'm one who had to learn, don't go to sleep with the TV on. It's so difficult for me because I like light and sound. And so, but it's better when you sleep with low light and not a lot of noise. Because what happens is that when you have the TV on 24 hours a day, your brain is still working 24 hours a day. It never shuts off. And I didn't realize that. But listen, if you're from 50 to 65, older or younger, thank you for coming into the room and joining me for this conversation. We want to grow together. We want to release stress. We want to relax and release and learn how to deal with our problems and emotions better. And I'm here with you in this space, in this time, to give you some tips on how we can better relax and release things. God has called you in this season to do something great, some greater works, a greater business idea, a greater opportunity. Well, we have to release some, we have to relax and release some things and not take too much and not be so sensitive to take everything personal. The other thing is physiological effects of stress. Improved sleep quality is associated with better mood stability. These changes enhance resilience and reduce perceived stress over time. So we see rest is so important. And I'm here today to tell you that I feel so much better now that I've relaxed. I've spent the last about 2 to 3 years just rushing. The last 6 months of last year, just rushing. And when I've learned to relax and release, let go of the negativity. There's some of you out there, you're holding on to something that happened that's preventing you from relaxing and preventing you from releasing things to help you get to what you really need to be focused on. What you really need to be focused on is your assignment. And what you really need to focus on is keeping you afloat. That stress, that problem, that issue that you're having, it's still going to be there. But you have to learn to detach from it. And a lot of times, that's what happens. We don't relax when we don't attach. We try to make people see our point of view. We try to make people be who we want them to be. And the world is not everybody don't think alike. Everybody don't want the same things out of life. You have to figure out what is best for you. And I know one thing, there things will get done if we're not around. Things will get done if we're not there. So it's best you relax and you figure out what it is that God wants me to see in this season, what it is where He's steering me to that I need to relax and regroup. Release the negativity, release the voices, release the distractions. I'm here to tell you that you have the answer. And the answer is in you relaxing and putting some things in his hands. Because we can fight but so much, but it can wind up sometimes, unfortunately, in a hospital. There's so many people I visit all the time. There's so many people I talk to that wouldn't let go and relax and wind up in places that they didn't want to be. I want you to shift in this season. I want you to let it go and relax. And don't touch that dial. We're going to come back with our last segment. Thank all of you for watching tonight. We can heal. Yes, we can definitely heal. We can do this thing together. See the world from a new lens. See the world the way God wants you to see it. And somebody out there, you've been dealing with something for too long that the Lord wants you to release on tonight. And we can do it together. Don't touch that dial. We're going to be back in a moment with more.
What does it take to be a changemaker? Confidence, opportunity, and the right support. The Black Student Leadership Summit is more than an event. It's a movement designed to uplift Black students at historically Black colleges and universities. Through inspiring speakers, interactive sessions, and leadership resources, we help students amplify their voices, embrace their potential, and create lasting change in their communities. But to make this possible, we need your support. Your donation grants access to transformative mentorship, educational resources, and while raising funds for HBCU students, every contribution, big or small, helps develop the next generation of Black leaders, equipping them with the tools to thrive. When you give, you're not just supporting students, you're strengthening entire communities and shaping the future. Click the link below to donate today. Join us. Inspire change. Build a lasting legacy.
Thank you so much for watching. You're watching the Pearl Hale Show, Transformational Speaks. And life changes equals life transformation. God comes to shift and change and transform your life in this season. And we're here and we're talking about relaxing and releasing. And as I stated before, we talked about sleep. And in this last segment, I want to encourage somebody. You have been taking on so much stress till you haven't been relaxing. But I'm here to tell you to release it because this thing is too big for you. Release it, let it go. Look at it from a different lens. Someone said you can heal yourself. You can heal your body. You can heal your mind. You can heal your spirit. You have to learn how to meditate. You have to learn how to let it go. And I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for watching, all of you, the Pearl Hale Show. We got some great shows coming up for you in the future as well. And I'm going to leave you with this quote. Forget about past failures. I don't care whatever it is. Forget about past failures because God is getting ready to do something great in your life. Because whatever God has before you is better and greater than what you left behind. Get that business idea. Release it in God's hands. Release that stress. Think different. Get more rest because you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of people that you need to help. And on that note, I am going to say good night and thank you all for watching the Pearl Hale Show. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
shining bright, truth and guidance for your life. Yeah, when your heart meets the light, your soul comes alive. It's time